Hey, JG, just give me a sense. I mean, obviously, not really a short turnaround, but you get to face a Dallas team that's been playing pretty well at this point in time. What's the difference with their defense the last 3 games as opposed to the first 6?
Yeah, they're playing really well since the bye. They're playing with a lot of energy. They're playing hard. They're playing fast, flying around. Defense is getting better, it seems, every week. And Coach Eberflus got a lot of respect for him and his scheme. And so we'll have to put in some work this week and come out ready to go.
What's the difficulty of having 2 all Pro Bowl caliber defensive tackles in the center? What's the biggest challenge for an
Hard to plan for just one of them. You got to kind of plan for both of them. They're going to be on opposite sides of the ball typically, and you'd love to be able to say, we're just going to run away from Quinnen, and then you're running right into Kenny, and vice versa. You want to run away from Kenny, and you got to run into Quinnen. So there's challenges there, but we've got guys up front that we know can handle that and do that job.
To what extent does this feel like a must-win game? I mean, you guys all said it after the loss to Green Bay. You guys have kind of put yourself in a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they all feel that way, and they will feel that way from here on out. The last 5 will all feel must-win, and you say that, but there's a lot of things that can happen, and of course you want to win every game, and we want to win this one. This one's very important, and certainly it's an NFC opponent, a team that's in the playoff hunt, just like we are, and so it's a very important one, and we want to win.
We know the connection that you and Frank had over the years. Just how much of a roller coaster has this situation with him been?
Not as much of a roller coaster as it seems outside. I was excited to get him back there for a couple of days, and then obviously fell through with the physical stuff. But he's doing well. I'm happy. He's happy, and in a good place.
We know a lot about his toughness. Can you even fathom how somebody would have a grade 3 hamstring injury and not really know it?
Yeah, his pain tolerance is pretty high. So he's a special dude.
How do you feel like it went with Tristan first game?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. His communication was good. His in and out of the huddle he was good with me on the sidelines talking through all the stuff, and I thought he did a great job.
All right, Aidan, just give me a sense of what it's like this turnaround. Quickly, obviously, you've got a good Dallas team coming in here, and one that is making a push toward the playoffs as well.
Yeah, we have a great opportunity in front of us to bounce back, and we're all looking forward to Thursday. And I think these coaches are going to have us ready. We got to execute the game plan, go out there, play with a lot of energy, and I'm confident in our ability to bounce back, though.
They've scored a lot of points, second most in the league. What makes that offense so efficient, dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, they have a ton of playmakers, ton of good skill players. Dak's playing at a high level. We got to go out there and we're going to have our hands full. But I think we have all the guys we need to succeed in this building, and everyone believes that. We just got to go out there and execute.
Which I know the pass rush is paramount every week, but especially this week against that team, that quarterback, those receivers. Just how do you ensure you guys aren't just getting pressure, but getting home on Thursday night?
Yeah, we just got to finish the plays that come to us, and that's ultimately the biggest thing. I feel like last game things just weren't quite aligning. You just need the rush needs to be right. Everything needs to be right for that sack to happen, especially with mobile quarterbacks. So definitely D-line. We got to affect the game on Thursday for sure if we want to win.
You guys went back and watched the film from last Thursday. What did you like? What did you dislike about your guys' performance?
Talking about as a defense?
Yeah. Defensive line in particular.
Defensive line, I think that there was opportunities there, and I thought for the most part we were getting him off the spot and affecting him, but some of those, Liam went free and I wasn't high enough, and he squirted out, and then me and Tyleek both went high on it. It was just stuff that felt like it wasn't quite aligning, and a lot of the times when you're rushing fast and playing fast as a D-line, these things kind of just work out, and but it wasn't quite happening for us last game. So we're really putting an emphasis on communication and just kind of togetherness, because really that's ultimately, I've been a part of some really good D-lines, and when that energy is there, it's like you feel like you could do no wrong. If you're going really high, your boy's going to make you right, whatever. But I think we just got to get back to being on the same page, and a lot of that production would be there.
Have you noticed a different level of urgency within this team after that last loss? Have anybody came in and done anything different, or just what did you notice from that last game? as you enter in this final stretch?
Yeah, I mean, look, we have 5 games left for the regular season, I believe, and we're at a point where it is, there's some adversity for sure. And, we call ourselves a gritty team. It's all over this building. It's what people say about us, but I think it's easy to be gritty when you're winning games and it's all sunshine and rainbows. But in these moments, when you're coming off a bad loss to a divisional opponent on Thanksgiving, it's just obviously none of us want that result. How can we come together and still make this season worthy of being remembered, And that's going to be the biggest thing, is taking it week by week. And that's how we attack it, is taking it week by week. And obviously Dallas we're putting 100% focus into this game. And that's kind of the mindset.
How do you manage the challenge of, maybe upping the urgency a little bit, but not playing, not pressing too hard, not playing out of your discipline and things like that?
There's definitely a balance between trying to make plays and forcing it, but I think, it all comes down to doing your job and executing, the role that you've been given. And sometimes if that means getting out of the system, you will, but I think for the most part, if we just stay gap sound, we do our job, we wreak havoc on the quarterback, we just got to do our job.
Hutch, what kind of emphasis is there to get this team right within this building before you even look to Dallas?
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah,
get
what
this team right,
to fix what's here, what you need to fix before you can even look towards Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the self-scouting is for the past 2 games that we kind of got to do a little bit. Obviously, we couldn't, coming off the short week, we couldn't talk too much about the Giants game, but I think watching that tape was good for us. But again, I think we know we have the talent in this building, so it's just a matter of everybody just doing it on Sundays, and executing at a high level, and we know we're capable of that. I mean, this obviously last year was very successful, a lot of wins. This year it's a little bit different, but I still think we can accomplish everything we want to, and everything's still right in front of us if we just focus on this next one.
Has Tully given you any grief over what happened over the weekend?
Oh, yeah, right. He has a little bit. And, they earned it, man. They earned it. I'm happy for him. And that's that. We're moving on.
You're happy for him?
Look, if it could put a smile on his face, it's my teammate. Want him to be happy. Yeah, man. It's just moving on to next year.
You really handed them a tough one last year in their building, and then the crazy one, of course, in 23. Just give me a sense of where they are this season, what's been so effective for them the last 3 games that they've won.
They on the road this year. Offensively, they seem to be clicking with George, CD, and Dak. But not only them, their running game is a big part of why they clicking too.
Dan talked about just discipline, fundamentals, that kind of stuff being kind of his message to the defense. You guys have given up some plays in the passing game. Obviously, this is a dangerous team coming. What do you guys have to do this week to clean up maybe some of those little things and the explosive plays you're allowing in the passing game?
Just get back to our roots and discipline and stuff. That's really, we beat ourselves, and literally. So, it's nothing too much about the other teams. What they do, it's all about us. And if we, hold into our crafts and disciplined, then we're gonna be all right.
Clearly, the margin for error is shrinking just a little bit with this team right now after that loss last week. But give me a sense, is that something that you put in your minds or just try to put to the back page and, as you said, just stick to our own game?
Yeah, it's not a time for panic. I feel like everybody outside of the organization is panicking. But as long as we play our game, we're going to be fine.
Kirby, it sounds like, is getting a little bit closer to coming back. Just what that would mean for you guys defensively.
That would be a huge part. Everybody know Kirby. Kirby go get that ball, and that's something that we need for him to go get that ball. So adding that back to our defense, it would be huge.
What about the job Thomas has done, though, stepping in the last 6 games?
Sure, he's done everything the coaches asked him to do. It's almost like a mini curb out there. If you see him, if you really watch, people really watch the game of football instead of just, watching highlights, you see like Hart, like he's playing the post like as good as there could be, and as long as you just keep on doing that, he'll be fine.